Sciatic nerve.
Don't be out of pocket.
I ain't out of pocket. I'm good. I mean, we talking.
Welcome back to the Rick One Ball podcast. And it's been an absolutely devastating week for Austin Rivers. I mean, everybody's taking shots at him left and right. And just because partially he is a coach's son, and it seems like his perspective is a little bit out of touch. Now, a lot of people feel like he only got this spot and made it to the NBA just because of who his father was, which I totally disagree. He was the #1 ranked player coming out of Duke, and he definitely earned his way into the NBA. But sometimes it feels like his perspective is just out of touch, and players really don't respect him. But I did see these tensions brewing between him and Kendrick for weeks, and Kendrick is proven to be a straight-up bully. I mean, each time he's proven right, because Rivers did have some good points that he made about Patrick Beverley, but it had no reason to get to the level that it reached to, which is an absolute boiling point when Kendrick took it that way. Now, Kendrick is going to absolutely hit below the belt, in my opinion, and come out with some way far-off comments. But before I let you hear Kendrick unloading on Austin Rivers, you got to hear what CamRonM and Melly's had to say about him, because they feel similar to Kendrick.
Joe, with the comment that Austin Rivers made, he
what
said,
did he say now?
He said, I don't want to see Bronny play with LeBron, him getting drafted and playing with his dad. I don't want negativity coming his way. He doesn't deserve it. He should play somewhere where he can niche out his own identity. Do you agree with his point?
I'm going to let Cam go first on that. Pause. For real.
I'm sorry about that. Austin Rivers need to shut the fuck up, basically. Like, yo, bro, my nigga. Because your dad didn't have you at the right time and try to figure it out mathematically so y'all two could be in the NBA together, because the age gap probably was too different.
Even though I do feel like Austin Rivers definitely earned his way into the NBA by the #1 draft pick position coming out of Duke, even though he got to the league and did absolutely nothing. But what's very telling about Austin is both media personalities and players don't respect him and don't like where he's coming from. I mean, CamRonM is a rapper, but we got some players like Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, and the Morris brothers. They just don't respect him, and they take shots at him any chance he get, calling him, you're in the league because of your daddy, and if your daddy wasn't the Clippers head coach, you wouldn't have got that slot, which I totally disagree with.
On me, so I said, fuck it. I can't get him. I'm going to get one of your teammates. Then we're going to have to take it like that.
Who'd you get?
Austin Rivers. I just had to take him out.
Hey,
fuck it. I'm looking up. I'm trying to get him. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to take him out there. Fuck it, man. I had to do something.
He swear he nice.
We're going to make something shake, man.
You would have got him too?
I mean, when we had his daddy on, his daddy's like, yeah, I know you don't like, yeah, I don't like your son. You sure right, coach.
I mean, they really don't like this guy. But one thing about LeBron, he's a one-man global attraction, and he always finishes out his contractual obligation. But one thing about him, he has that polarizing quality. Either you want to see him win or you want to see him lose. So naturally, as his contract is coming to an end in Los Angeles, people want to see him in New York. On top of that, playing with his son, Bronny James, the Garden would be electric. But you got people like Austin Rivers trying to come in between that, saying he don't want to see his son play with his daddy because of what he went through as a player, as his dad being a former player. I understand that your dad was a former player in Doc Rivers, but he couldn't even hold LeBron's laundry. It is not a fair comparison. And so this is another reason why people feel like his perspective is out of touch. He's kind of big up in his and building up his legend a little bit too much, and giving himself a little bit too much a pat on the back, which people already feel like he done with that little, like I said, silver spoon in his mouth. Now we're going to hear what Kendrick Perkins got to say and how he completely destroyed him, in my opinion, went below the belt, and that's why they was telling Kendrick, nah, keep it clean. Hey, no, don't get disrespectful with it. Watch what he got to say.
A lot of gambling, breaking the schemes, doing what he want to do, not protecting the basket like the old Giannis. You need someone to hold him accountable, and he has to listen. You know why? Because Giannis made the Bucks move Drew Holiday. Giannis made the Bucks fire Agent Griffin.
You think Patrick Beverley coming in there and his voice is going to make him just be like, oh, you're right?
No, I'm just. What you mean?
Nah, listen, man. I love Patrick Beverly, but he don't. Come on, man. We talking about one of the greatest players of all time. You think
what you mean? Go ask any
Beverly, bro?
Go ask any great player that done played with Pat Bev how they feel about him when he's on the team.
No. I'm not underestimating.
I didn't heard LeBron James say it out his mouth
right before he got him out of there.
But that was because the mix didn't work, bro. But when he first got to that team, he said Patrick Beverly is a guy that I hated when he was on the other team. I love him now that he's on the team. Don't tell me right now that
No. I'm not saying his fat. I'm not saying it's going to be the end all be all.
Like, we're not going to do that.
No. I'm not saying that he doesn't have a voice.
We're not going to do that.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a voice.
He's well respected around the
league. Who said he's not?
I'm just telling you.
Go ahead, Ray.
I'm just telling you.
Okay, really quickly. Can I
what I'm talking about.
Can I interject here and be the voice of reason as I have been for so many years?
You as the voice of reason, I'm afraid.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm afraid.
Really quickly. Patrick Beverly to the Bucks. The reason why they need to get uncomfortable, and that can be a player in the locker room with a voice that's maybe louder than it should be. In my opinion, Patrick Beverly is respected from his competitive space. I'm not questioning you. I'm
why do you put that in the air?
That's Perk. You can talk that with him later off the break. My point is this. Patrick Beverly to the Bucks, the reason why I think it's great for them is they need to get uncomfortable. They need to have uncomfortable conversations. You were saying that Giannis gambling too much. People need to be held accountable. I think Griffin getting out and Doc coming in, it should raise a level of accountability for this team. But that's what Patrick Beverly can help with is raising things. Winning championships is uncomfortable.
I don't like how
it's winning championships can be very, very uncomfortable. And now Austin has something to say.
Because I'm not saying that he doesn't have a presence. I'm not saying he's not a well-respected player in the NBA. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, yes, Patrick Beverly is being brought there for a variety of reasons. Defensive one and also a voice. Agreed. What I'm saying is in addition to that, above all else, Giannis has to be accountable for his own damn self. It can't just be from Pat Beverly. It's got to start at the top. I understand he has a voice, but when people look at the locker room for someone to be the guy and have a voice that really, really, really matters, it's the best player in the team. It's that guy right there, the MVP.
That is not.
That's all I'm saying.
That is not true. Every team, look, bro, I done played with 12 Hall of Famers, maybe 13, and all of them didn't have a voice in the locker room. Just because you're the franchise guy, just because you're the franchise guy doesn't make you the leader.
The team you won on, who had a voice?
It wasn't. It was James Posey. Go ask your daddy.
KG had no voice on that team. KG didn't have a voice.
Man,
I want to get Wilbon's thoughts on
Call him when you get off the phone and ask him who's your emotional leader.
I do think that there's a difference
in the
sometimes between being an emotional leader. The Clippers, right, are the perfect example. That Kawhi Leonard isn't necessarily the guy who is the most vocal in the locker room. Don't be out of pocket.
I ain't out of pocket. I'm good. We talking.
We got Ray and Ron. They're not giving you no deal either. They're not giving you no deal.
In my opinion, Kendrick is just a big bully, and that's just how he comes off. And he wants to overtalk you and yell at you and scream at you and try to intimidate you as a man. And they didn't let Austin come back to the show after break. So I'm not sure what that had to do with anything. I think that he was letting his emotions get a little bit too high. And if he's going to be on that damn show, he's going to have to show a little bit more thick skin. Because Kendrick is going to come at him every chance he get, because everything is about a hot take. Everything is about just trying to outprove another. And he's cut from that Stephen A. cloth. He learned from Stephen A. And that's all Stephen A. want to do is overtalk you and just be loud. And not even necessarily be right, just be loud. And that means right. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I appreciate all the support. It's your boy Rick One Ball. Like, comment, subscribe.